Then comes your software estimation. How we have to perform this estimation. Okay, so this estimation is generally based on some things. Like there are several models available for budget estimation of any company. But why we do that? That we have to see what is general process and why it becomes necessary to evaluate your software. So what happens? There are some points you have to remember. Which model we are utilizing first thing. Just give me a second. Yes. So in this estimation, two, three things you have to remember. Which model you are utilizing first. After that, it is measured in terms of source lines of code. So these source lines of codes can be like you have seen the simple physical lines of code LOC, and KLOC is thousands lines of code, or function points also can be utilized. So these are some measurement units you can say for the size estimation. And what constitutes a good estimate, that is to be remembered. So there are a lot of models available: Kokomo model, checkpoint, knowledge plan, ProQMS, slim model, soft cost. These are some of the models that are available in the market which can be utilized, and the basic conventional cost estimation model is your Kokomo. This diagram is showing the general process of the estimation process. That is your predominant cost estimation process, in which what things are to be followed, and what things are to be done first, what things are to be done then on the next phase. That is being discussed, and it is a generalized structure that is utilized for the estimation of the. So what is happening over here in this diagram? The manager who is going to take the initiative, he defines the target budget of the software, and then he manipulates the parameters and the sizing until the target budget is being justified, that yes, within this budget things can be done. So for this target budget, it can be your winning proposal that you are giving to the stakeholder, or it can be the winning proposal to the customer funding for the who is investing money. So it can become a way to show to people that why your project development process is efficient, because you can work under this budget. So that's why this budget estimation becomes important. Okay. So in market generally what happens, I will give you one this example. In government organizations, when they are hiring some companies to develop some projects for them, or to develop some machines for them in case, then they check the bids happen on these things, which company is providing in a low budget but good quality. Okay. So that's why the companies has to provide those organizations, government organizations, some estimated budget, that within this estimated budget we can provide you this project complete developed project. Then another company will provide, then the organization, government organization will check that which one they have to rely on the basis of all these. So here the companies have to provide those estimates. So how they evaluate those estimates, they evaluate those estimates utilizing these models. Here the role of this Kokomo model comes. Okay, so that you have to remember. And finally this cost modelers, in which the project must be cost under this particular budget, this particular money, to win the money, to win the business, to win that proposal. And finally you are justifying that cost, and final cost estimate is being given for the development of the project. I hope till now we are clear that what we are studying, why we are studying, it is about your software economics. Software economics means we are talking about the effort to be put in the software development, the time it will take, estimated budget of the company, in how much money they will develop the complete project. For that, we have to utilize some estimation models. And this estimation models can be these different ones: Estimax, checkpoints, COCOMO, knowledge plan. The basic one was conventional cost estimation model, that is your COCOMO. So till now I did not receive any message in chat box related to COCOMO model. I'm considering it like we have to discuss the COCOMO. So I will discuss the COCOMO model complete. Okay, so what is this COCOMO model? You must have got the clarity till now that COCOMO model is a cost estimation model which we have to find out, which we have to utilize to estimate the for the software development in an organization. The full form of COCOMO is constructive cost model. It was developed by Barry W. Boehm. He gave this model, and after that, in this model is being the size in COCOMO model. It is measured in terms of KDSI, that is thousands of delivered source instructions. You can relate it with your LOC, lines of code. KLOC, thousands lines of code. How large your project is. So in terms of that, the measurement unit becomes your in KLOC you find out the size of the complete project, or KDSI also can be given in the question, and finally you find out the effort in terms of person months. Okay, so this we will see, and this COCOMO model, it was being developed in 1981, and it is kind of an estimating procedure based on measurements made from some of the hundreds of projects. Okay, they have utilized some hundreds of projects in 70s to develop this model. Okay, so it was being tested on that, and right now if you are utilizing this model, it may work for you, or it may not work for you. It depends on how close your project matches with the overall patterns measured in Boehm's study. So the parameters, the practices that Boehm's utilized to develop this model, it depends on that. How much your project relates with that, how much your project is similar to those practices, to those parameters. So this one, uh, I told you two, three things that you have to remember related to COCOMO model. First one, it is constructive cost model. COCOMO full form. It is utilized as a cost estimation model. It was developed by Barry W. Boehm in 1981, and it utilizes some of the parameters for predicting the effort, development time, team size, that means people required, and effort required to develop a software project. So these things are to be evaluated using COCOMO model, and it helps out to find out those figures. Next, before this thing, one more thing, that estimation models, they have been generated by measuring certain properties like your team size, utilization of resources, duration, that are being evaluated from past successful projects. Next thing, how large your project can be, it also depends on that. On the basis of that, there are some categories that we have to remember. Small projects, um, or the large projects, they have the different parameters to be utilized. Okay, so that we will see. So on the basis of that project size, these three categories of software projects is being divided, that you are watching right now over here in this slide. First one is organic, second one is semi-detached, third one is embedded. So these three categories in organic one, it defines the software team is very small, the project is small, and problem is well understood. There is not much complexity involved, and and it has been solved in the past also. It can also be. Next one, semi-detached. Semi-detached in which more experience is required, better guidance is required, like your compiler that we utilize. Embedded ones are utilizing very tight constraints. The requirement under this category comes are very much strict, and developer requires very high experience, and he has to be very creative to develop complex models. So the most complex ones becomes your embedded. Okay. So in Kokomo model, why we are studying these projects? Because if the question can come up, which will tell you which model you have to utilize. In Kokomo, there are different categories, basic, intermediate, and in this one, it will be mentioned that for organic, semi-detached, and embedded, which one you have to evaluate. So I will show you one table which will elaborate more about these things. In organic software projects, the project size range from 2000 to 50,000 lines of code. Okay, it is written over there lines of source code, and you can also say it 2k to 50k LOC. So it will become 2k LOC to 50k LOC. Up to 50k LOC size is uh, limited up to the organic projects. So if in some question it is not mentioned that which one organic, semi-detached, embedded you have to find out, then you have to check out the lines of code given in the question, on the basis of which you will get this clarity for which one, organic, semi-detached or embedded, you have to make calculations. Semi-detached project size varies from 50k to 300k LOC. Okay, so this KLOC you have to remember for sure, and this KLOC means your thousands lines of code. This you have to remember. And 50,000 is written, 300,000 is written. You can directly write it down as 50k. This part, thousands, 300k. So it is nothing but your k. Okay. I hope you got this clarity. This is very crucial part that you have to remember in Kokomo model. That is your size of the project, and on the basis of which these categories are being made. So team size will be small in organic, medium in semi-detached, in embedded it is large. Developer experience, these things you can see, but these variations, these differences will never come in your exam. This table I have shown to you to make you understand the difference in the sizes of the project. That is very much important to remember over here. Up to 50k, from 50 to 300k, and more than 300. These three ranges you have to remember. Innovation remains very minor in organic projects. It remains on medium level in semi-detached, and it is very major in embedded. Then the complexity increases, and deadlines also becomes very tight when you are working on embedded projects. And in organic, because everything is already clear, it can be already past developed projects also. So not tight, not any tight deadlines. So till this point, you remember up to this one, okay, that we have discussed. What is Kokomo? Three categories of projects, software projects, and how these three categories of software projects are divided in terms of project size. That you have to remember. So next, I'm moving to next slide. There are three variations of Kokomo: basic Kokomo, intermediate, and the detailed one is combination of basic and intermediate. So here come If we are just talking about the calculations and measurements, we have to focus on basic COCOMO and intermediate COCOMO, where the major variations comes up, how the evaluation is being done for the estimation of the effort, time, and person. So basic COCOMO model is used for rough calculation, which limits accuracy in calculating software estimation. The model solely considers based on lines of source code together with constant values obtained from software project times, rather than other factors which have major influences to software development process. So what it is talking about that the effort that is being calculated in basic COCOMO is dependent on the size of the project. Okay. In spite of the other factors which can affect the complete project estimation. So those factors which can influence the software development process, those factors will get encountered in intermediate COCOMO model. So basic COCOMO model is just mostly considers based on lines of source code. You remember this line, okay? That tells you the difference. It considers based on lines of source code, KLOC, in spite of the factors which can influence the software development process, other factors. So those other factors in this intermediate COCOMO model, which is extension of basic COCOMO, it includes set of those cost drivers into account in order to enhance more accuracy. It will encounter those extra factors. So that becomes one of the major difference between them. And detailed COCOMO, the model accounts for the influence of individual development analysis, and it comprises of both models quality, that is basic COCOMO and intermediate COCOMO strategy. So that makes it more effective. So we will see first what we have to do. First we have to cover up your basic COCOMO model, then your intermediate COCOMO model. I want to make you understand how we calculate these things, effort, time, and manpower, you can say. So I'm moving forward with the basic COCOMO first. Till now, if you are having any doubts, please message in the chat box. So basic COCOMO. What is this basic COCOMO? Again, COCOMO definition we have already seen. So to make those calculations, what are the formulas that basic COCOMO utilizes for finding out the effort applied to the project? It calculates effort by this formula that you are watching over here. That is your A, KLOC raised to the power B. A and B are nothing but your constants for each category of the software project. And this A and B are also called as the scaling factors, which determine the specific model. Okay, I will tell you how they are called as scaling factors, why they are called as scaling factors. Then C and D also, they are constants, utilizing which we are finding out the development time. First we are finding out effort. When you got this value, effort, then you are utilizing this value over here for finding out the time. Time is equals to C into effort raised to the power D. C and D are the constant values that will be given to you, or there is a predetermined values. One table is there. If you, I don't think there is a need to cram. In exams, if it comes up, they will give you these values. And finally, if you find out the manpower required, people required, then you have to divide effort, find it out, E divided by development time. Then you will get persons. Now this the unit that is given over here, person months. Months is understandable, persons is understandable in terms of person. What is this person month? So this person month is nothing but the percentage of your effort associated with the project multiply by number of months of your appointment. Like for, you can say, okay, 25% of the effort for 9 months, then 0.25 into 9 will give you person months, the answer. So that is person month. It is not like one person is working in how many months. It is like how much effort that person has put for how many months. You have to multiply those values. Okay, that is person hours. But this effort we are already calculating for that one. The answer will be in terms of this unit of person. Okay. Now more about this A, B, C, and D. These are constants for each category, and these are called as scaling factors. And why they are called as scaling factors? Because on the basis of the values of the on the basis of the type size of the project, we have to consider these values. So I will show you those values. What are those standard values? See this one. These are those values which are constant values are there. You can't change them. Most of the time, if they are asking in exam, they will provide you this complete table. If they are not providing complete table, then they will provide values according to the project size. If they are asking for organic project, they will give you only these values. They will give you only these values. In that way, question can come up. I will give you one example also. So these values, why they are called as scaling points, because according to these values these projects range have been decided, that these constant values are for this organic small projects, medium level projects, and complex projects. Okay, so it is like if it is mentioned in the question numerical that organic projects you have to find out effort, you have to find out time, then you have to utilize A and B, C and D for organic project. That is the first rule. If it is mentioned that for semi detached you have to find out, then you have to utilize second rule for A, B, C and D in the formula. And in the same way for the embedded ones, if the project category is not given organic, semi detached and embedded, then what you have to do, you have to check the size of the project, how many KLOCs are given in the question. According to that, you have to utilize A, B, C, and D. Okay, organic, semi-detached, and embedded. Till now, I hope I made my point clear that what is basic COCOMO, what formulas we have to utilize for basic COCOMO, and on what basis you have to categorize things. Okay. Till now, if you are having any queries, please message in the chat box. This is your basic COCOMO model. On the basis of this COCOMO model, I have taken this question. So we are left only for 1.5 minutes. So I will just read this question. You try to understand, and then we will discuss this question in next class on basic COCOMO, and then we will discuss the intermediate COCOMO, how it is different from basic. So a company needs to develop digital signal processing software for one of the newest inventions. The software is expected to have 40,000 lines of code, 40 KLOC. The company needs to determine the effort in person months need to develop this software using basic COCOMO model. Multiplicative factor is given as 2.8 for the software development, and the exponential factor is given as 1.26. What is the estimated effort in percentages? So try to just think about this question, how we will solve it, and I will show you the solution for this in next class. Fine. So with this one, I am ending this.